I know what you're thinking. Don't give your hopes up. I'm pretty sure most of these games are gonna be VR, Nintendo Switch, or PC. So most of us probably not even gonna be able to play these games. I don't know why he does that, but he does that. Anyways, this is 7 must-play superhero games coming in 2025 and 2026. Hopefully, they're actual good games and not just some Midnight Suns Part Two.
Interesting and depressing year for superhero games due to several
You did this.
anticipated games being canceled or delayed. But it hasn't been without its bright spots either, with exciting releases like the open world Invincible project from Slam EXO, Superhero Simulator, and the Marvel Spider-Man multiplayer mod finally launching. But without a gaming PC, you couldn't enjoy those. Fortunately, there is plenty for console players as well, with some potentially classic superhero games still launching in 2025 and even more in 2026. So don't touch grass yet, because I've got 7 superhero games that I think absolutely deserve your money, and some of them are actually much cheaper than the average AAA game. So if you find the next game you're going to binge, Hulk smash that like button and let's get it. Starting off in the Big 2-5 with a game that I think has the potential to be one of the best superhero games of all time, as well as a Game of the Year contender, and it's launching next month for the PS5 and PC. Dispatch is a game I've been glazing ever since I saw the reveal trailer at the Game Awards, but as a console player, I was disappointed to see that the Invincible style game was at first only promoted on Steam. But thankfully, they recently confirmed Dispatch will be launching on both PS5 and Steam on October 22nd. This is a narrative-driven, choice-based game starring legendary voice actor Laura Bailey and Breaking Bad's Aaron Paul, who is playing a former superhero who has to work at a dispatch center to send other heroes out on jobs while his super suit is being repaired. Fans of Telltale games like The Walking Dead and The Wolf Among Us will instantly fall in love with this game. Its release is also unique. Dispatch is launching with episodes like a TV series. Episodes 1 and 2 drop October 22nd, with the finale episodes 7 and 8 arriving November 12th, and it's only $30 to access the entire season. I think this game is going to be an all-time classic. Speaking of classics, Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a 2D beat-em-up you can play with your friends, created by the same studio behind Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. This game is a throwback to the days of playing in the arcade during the 80s and 90s that all the unks in the comments section will definitely have great memories of. The game has a big and diverse roster of Marvel heroes like Nova, Spider-Man, Wolverine, Venom, and She-Hulk. It's scheduled to launch this year on every platform, including Switch and PS4, but doesn't have a release date yet. It's possible we'll hear about it at the State of Play leakers are saying will arrive next week. This next superhero game launches this year and is perfect for fans of last year's surprise hit, Arkham Shadow. Deadpool VR is the first solo Deadpool game in more than 10 years and stars Neil Patrick Harris doing his best Ryan Reynolds impression in a hack and slash game where Deadpool has been recruited by the popular X-Men villain Mojo to kidnap villains such as Lady Deathstrike, Mephisto, and Omega Red in order to launch a brand new reality show. Similar to Arkham Shadow, there is a surprising amount of depth to the combat despite it being a VR game, with Deadpool having access to a variety of weapons, including his classic katanas, as well as parkour moves, wall running, double jump, and a grappling hook. Deadpool shoots his way onto the MetaQuest 3 and 3DS exclusively on November 18th. If none of that moved you, then 2026 has the potential to be the best year for superhero games of all time, depending on some announcements we could be getting in the next few weeks. But even without them, it's stacked with another variety of potentially classic games for different kinds of players. The year starts off with a pair of highly anticipated fighting games revealed a few months ago. Marvel Took-On Fighting Souls from Arc System Works just had a beta and fans have been raving about how good the game is. Marvel Rivals saw tremendous success by using an Eastern influence for the aesthetics of the game, and Took-On Fighting Souls is doing the same, making what feels like a Marvel anime fighting game with a deep combat system, beautiful visuals, and flashy moves. Next week's Tokyo Game Show will have a deeper dive into the game and potentially reveal even more characters to the roster, like the leaked Doctor Strange. On the other hand, Invincible is also getting in on the action with its own fighting game, published by Skybound Games and developed by QuarterUp, the creators of the beloved fighting game Killer Instinct. The game will also feature a story mode that takes players through some of the biggest moments in the series and will expand on it through DLC. Invincible Versus appears to be a throwback to the classic Mortal Kombat games, which perfectly fits the brutal vibe of the comic and Amazon show, with all your favorite characters from Mark to Omni-Man and Battle Beast coming
guess
to
it
the
would be
roster.
cool.
If you're not a fan of fighting games, TT Games is back with LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. This is the highly anticipated LEGO Batman 4 that had a gameplay showcase revealing it was closer to a sequel to Arkham Knight than a LEGO Batman game, with all the free flow combat and stealth takedowns fans of Rocksteady's previous games loved. But it still has all the LEGO charm and will tell an original story of Batman, starting from when he first trained with the League of Shadows, with levels inspired by various Batman films like Batman Begins and The Dark Knight, as well as the recent Matt Reeves Batman adaptations. This will be a large open world game, but will not have online multiplayer or co-op. But I know a lot of people like me have Batman fatigue, and we want a different DC superhero, like Superman, to play as. Well, fortunately, we've got that covered too. Undefeated Genesis is the follow-up to the beloved 2019 love letter to Superman, Undefeated. The game was originally made by 3 college students who created their own version of an open-world Superman game in Unreal Engine, with lots of anime references as well. The free game went viral on Steam with 1 million downloads and launched for free on the PS5 last year. The students received the funding needed to start NDS Games, where the sequel, Undefeated Genesis, is now in development. With more resources, they've improved the visuals and the combat, setting the game on an alien planet where you must once again protect civilians and defeat enemies. Undefeated Genesis wears its influences on its sleeve, with abilities inspired by Superman, Dragon Ball Z, One Punch Man, and more. It will launch sometime in 2026 for both the PS5 and PC. We could learn more this week during the Tokyo Game Show, since the team showed off the demo footage you're looking at right now during that showcase last year. Finally, if you want a more in-depth story and high-budget visuals to go with your action game, we've got you covered with the Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra. The World War II adventure game stars Captain America and Black Panther, who must overcome their differences to bring down the threat of Hydra. Joining them are 2 other playable companions, Nanali, a member of Wakanda's Dora Milaje, and Gabriel Jones, an American soldier who is part of the legendary Howling Commandos. The game will also feature Tony Stark's father, Howard. Rise of Hydra is being created by Amy Hennig, best known for writing the OG Uncharted games for Naughty Dog, so you know the story is going to slap. The game has some of the best visuals we've ever seen, but the one thing missing was gameplay. The game was originally going to launch in 2025, but was delayed to early 2026. However, fans unexpectedly got their first look at gameplay when it leaked online the other day, along with a dozen screenshots, which may have been released early ahead of a planned reveal at the upcoming State of Play. This State of Play, according to leaks, is also going to have a new trailer for an 8th must-play superhero game that could be launching next year. Marvel's Wolverine has been at or near the top of pretty much every superhero fan's wish list since its reveal back at the 2021 PlayStation Showcase. This is a semi-open world, mature action game starring Logan that takes place on the famous island of Madripoor, where he's had many adventures in the comics. But the game has taken longer to come out than anticipated by Insomniac's insane standards, of course, due to the studio being hit with a brutal cyber attack. Since then, the team has been quietly working to get the game ready, but now that looks like it's finally about to change. Insiders revealed that the game's next trailer is finished and will be shown off this year. According to Insider Gaming, it's most likely to appear at a State of Play, which recently got some new leaks and is expected to have an interesting potential lineup of game announcements. Click the video on screen to learn more. And a huge shout out to everyone supporting me on.
Okay. I'm just looking forward to GTA 5, GTA 6. I got GTA 5. GTA 6, I'm trying to save up some money for Ghost of Yote. Gotta give me a Halloween costume. If I don't get paid till late, like, say I don't get paid till the 26th, I won't buy a costume. I'll just wear what I regularly wear. I'll just wear a costume that I have. That's what I meant to say. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna see y'all in the